What I want to talk to you today about is cold approaching and the emphasis the community has on cold approaching. So back then when I was first introduced to the community, I started following David D'Angelo. So I followed David D'Angelo. Then from David D'Angelo, I started following mystery stuff. And from the transition from mystery, then when the book came out, the game, a lot of the community shifted. It shifted from being about self-improvement to just seeking validation. And that's something I want to speak about today, exactly about that. So again, like the background says, I'm not here to bash cold approaching, nor am I here to bash the community. Cold approaching is really no different than cold calling. So what is cold calling? Alright, so this is exactly what's cold calling. This is the definition of cold calling. So cold calling is defined as the solicitation of business from potential clients with whom you have no prior contact with. The salesperson conducting the call, therefore making the cold call. Cold call is used to attempt to convince potential customers to purchase either the salesman's product or service. That's what cold calling is. There's really no difference between cold calling and cold approaching. Cold approaching is literally one and the same when you think about it, because when you're cold approaching, you're soliciting a woman to try to get attracted to you or get her number through cold approach. So let's look at the success of cold approach. If you look at the slide behind me, under 1% of cold calling translate into appointments. You need about over 6,000 calls in order to make 4 sales. So that's that. So you're really up against high numbers. So the odds are really stacked up against you. So really, when you think about it, you're no different than a telemarketer. Telemarketer, what they do is, think about it. Let's say you're sitting in your house and you have a telemarketer that calls you. He's trying to sell you a product. What's the first thing that pops to your mind? Well, the product that you must be selling must be crap. Because if you're trying to sell me something that's value, why are you trying to convince me to buy it from a cold calling? So will Apple call you, try to sell you a phone? Will BMW call you, try to sell you their cars over the phone? No, the quality products. So they're gonna think the same thing about you. You must be of low quality if you're trying to sell yourself to me. So what's the PUA had this methodology when it comes to cold approaching. They consider cold approaching to be the be all and do all when it comes to actually attracting women, as if there's no other alternatives besides cold approaching. There really are other alternatives. So why do guys cold approach? If you look at the slide behind me, there's several reasons that I wrote down why that is. First is pain. Second is loneliness, unhappiness, scarcity, and then the most important one out of all of them is a lack of social circle. That's the biggest reason why a lot of people join the community and join these forums, is because they lack a social circle. That's why a lot of guys do cold approaching, because they really feel like they have no other choice. So what are the benefits to cold approaching? Overcoming shyness is one of them. Social anxiety and awkwardness. You develop communication skills, practice, because literally you're talking to strangers. You won't see them again, so it doesn't really matter. And also because you get social skills and intuition. Now, a lot of guys, right, especially the ones that are very socially awkward or lack communication skills, or just general people skills, they'll start gaming, right? They'll start talking to different people. In the literal sense, running the same game on every girl. So now they speak to the temp girl. The temp girl is into them. They think because, okay, the girl's into me because my game is better now. They all focus on the game. They're so focused on the game that they don't notice. They forget to notice little cues. Because what happens is when you have more intuition, more social intuition, you're able to read more social cues, which is why you get better with dealing with people. So you could filter out people that's into you. It has nothing to do with game. It's just that you become better socially with purpose. So you become better at reading social cues. A lot of people mistake that with being good at a game, which is not the case. People who are really good and devote a lot of time to cold approaching has been proven. Well, a lot of people is people with certain the diagnosis. One is autism, ADHD, anxiety. So those are one of the three main people who really focus a lot on cold approaching. I know people personally that who have gone out and met in cold approach. A lot of them suffer from ADHD and also autism and anxiety. Like I know a lot of people who have that. Also, a lot of the main people, the top people in the industry, you might know a few that actually people know him. He actually has autism. So one of the most successful people in this is because they already had autism or have some type of anxiety, which makes them really focus on this and really become good and excel at it. Because let's be honest, a lot of people are not going to excel at cold approach. It's not something that everybody does. So let's get into the data and statistics on how people actually meet. And I'll give you a hint. It's not through cold approaching. So let's look at some studies here. So a lot of the percentage of people relations, right? This is how people meet. So the percentage of people who meet, the percentage of women who have started a relationship through a bar, 9%. Percentage of men who have started a relationship through the bar, who met a girl and had a relationship with the bar, 2%. Percentage of people who start a relationship through a friend, 63%. Now this is a study by Google. It was between it did a survey between the people between the ages of 18 to 34. So they asked them. Met through friends in common, 38.6%. In social setting, 22.3%. Through work, 17.9%. Online dating websites or apps or social media, 9.4%. Online dating was 9.4%. Social media was 5.8%, and other, which is cold approaching, 6%. Cold approach. Yeah. All right. So we have this other one right here. This survey was from Healthland, healthland.com. That the most relationships start through people who met through mutual friends. So why is that so important? And it's literally through every study has an emphasis of people meeting through friends. Like for example, this one, timeout.com, right? They did a survey called the World Dating in 2015. Study was consisted of 11,000 people in each city all over the world. So they said that friends equal fulfillment. 62% of people around the world said that their most enjoyable encounters are dates with people they met through friends. 62% of people around the world said the most enjoyable encounters were people they met through friends. And that's the underlying thing. Each survey underlines the same thing. For example, so this one, Psychology Today, they had the same survey. So they said that most people meet the significant other through friends, family, 25%, through shared common interests, 24%, through work, 16%, people who met through work, and then a small minority, which is 11%, actually met through bars, schools, or online. That was 11%. Now this. Before I get into the study on Psychology Today, the emphasis between friends is that each study emphasizes the same thing, that people actually meet and have a higher chance of being more connected when you meet through friends. Not only do you have a higher chance of being connected when you meet through friends, also you have a better support system, a better supporting group. Because when you meet somebody through cold approach, if you actually get to meet somebody and get in a relationship through cold approach, there's no support system, because you guys you don't know the family, you don't know their friends. So if you want the relationship to last and actually you want to take the relationship to the next step, the best way you could do that to have a good supporting cast is to actually integrate social circle. So you want to integrate yourself in their social circle, or you want to have that person integrate themselves in their social circle, because then you're going to have a supporting cast to actually approve of the relationship, and the relationship is most likely to succeed because this is a supporting cast of people who actually support you guys being together. Unfortunately, you don't get that through cold approaching. It rarely happens, unless of course you integrate yourself in the search circle. So Psychology Today said this. All right, the same thing that I said, but this is what they said. They said having the support of friends and family benefits a romantic relationship. Even individuals who meet anonymously, right, in the bar online, are on average, if they are not able to integrate each other into the social circle, find the support of family and friends. It is difficult, not impossible, to progress in one's relationship as an isolated unit. But in most cases, friends and families play an important role in creating the foundation of the relationship, promoting a transition into a more permanent agreement. So pretty much what psychology was saying is that when you have a good supporting cast of people within a social circle, you're more likely to have the relationship progress, because you have people around you that actually support the relationship, because everybody's integrated in the same social circle. Cornell University, this study. So they said that having, and it comes back down to friends. Every study has the same correlation when it comes to friends. Coincidence? I think not. So having friends, this is what this study says. This is a study by Cornell University. Having friends' stamp of approval is not only helpful for making an initial connection, but turns out to be also crucial once the relationship is underway. Again, a study done by Cornell University found in 2004 found that people who meet through partners, through friends, families, or communities felt more supported in the relationship, a factor that significantly impacts how the relationship fares over. Also, when you meet through friends, a study here also says about Cornell University, says that it takes the pressure off. Meeting in a natural social environment also is less stressful. Being friends above all is the most crucial to successful relationships. Not only because you bond quickly, but also because you share interests. So you have people, you not only do you share interests, but you share people's value, which is the most important thing. Relationships that really last are those people who share the same values. So those relationships are the ones that are really important. So a lot of people probably hear me talk about all the statistics, right? All these studies, and they say like, okay, so why does that matter? I co-approach. I don't care. I meet women. I have the freedom to meet any woman that I want. Well, actually, no, you don't. Because when you're approaching people through randomly approaching like that, it's hard to build a connection. So the actually odds of you actually creating a connection with someone who's random are very low. That's number one. Number two, this is the data. A lot of people try to fight data, especially if they feel like the data is against them. But what you fail to understand is that once you have the ability to read the data, not only read the data, but you have the ability to understand the data, know exactly what you're reading, and you're able to use the data. Don't fight the data, but use it. Then you're actually in a better position to use that data to your advantage once you understand how the data works. So if you know that people meet most of social circles, right? And let's be honest here, the main reason that actually a lot of people join these forums and get these products is because they lack a social circle. If you didn't lack a social circle, then you wouldn't even be on these forums. If you really had an abundance, to have a true abundance, it's not because you go out there and quarter approaches, it's because you actually have a strong social circle, which a lot of you people don't have. So again, don't fight the data. Use it to your advantage. So let's take a look at this. The fight of the century right here. So we got PUA Brian versus average Greg. So PUA Brian, this is the way that he meets women. So he goes out with his buddies, and they plan out. Okay, so we're gonna go out and we're gonna game and we're gonna do cold approaching for 5 hours. So he spends about 5 hours, maybe 3 or 4 days a week, going out and approaching women. Out of all those approaches that he do, he approaches maybe 30 women a day. Gets about maybe 10 numbers. 9 of them are flakes. 1 texts back, and then he doesn't get a date. Crazy, right? And then what's happening is that he gets frustrated. But the more he does it, then he feels like he's getting somewhere, like he is progressing, because now, okay, I'm getting more. Oh yeah, I'm getting better now. Look, I'm getting more numbers now. I'm getting more instant dates. So he feels like he's progressing somehow, but yet he's still not in a relationship. Like you see a lot of guys also on the forums, they'll say constantly, "Oh, I'm out gaming. I'm out gaming," which is sometimes most of the same dudes saying that. So that's saying that, okay, so if you're creating abundance and you're actually meeting women, why do you constantly need to go out and game and do the same thing over and over again? Now you have average Greg, right? So this is the way that he does it. So average Greg, right? He goes online. He goes to meetup.com because he decides that he wants to learn how to dance. He wants to learn how to salsa dance. So he goes on meetup.com and he goes to salsa classes. In the salsa classes, there's tons of women in the salsa class. So he takes the route of not only is he learning a new skill, but also he's working out because he's staying fit, keeping his body toned because he's going to salsa classes. He's meeting women. The women are interested in him. Not only that, when he goes out in groups with the women. So while PUA Brian is at the bar, co-approaching all these women, he's actually going in there with 3 women on his arms. Because they asked him to go out, so he's out with his friends from salsa. Not only does he have social proof when he goes out to these bars and clubs, but also the same women that's in the social circle that he's meeting from that salsa classes are introducing him to other women. So the difference between PUA Brian and Average Greg is that Average Greg is actually using social circles. Not only is he gaining a skill and bettering himself, but he's also that's a byproduct. Meeting women is the byproduct of him improving himself and acquiring new skills. So why is there this emphasis, right? So why does the PUA community emphasize on code approaching? Why such the strong emphasis on it, right? Because I mean, if it's not that important, then why emphasize on it? Well, a lot of you guys may know this book, right? The majority of people, before they get in the community, they read the book. So after the release of the game, right, Penetrating the Secret Society of Pickup Artists, the PUA community stopped being a community. It became a business. It's no longer a community. It's a business now. It's a business that generates millions of dollars. So what's the best way that a business makes money? What's the best way a business makes money? Well, a business doesn't make money by giving you a cure. So this is the cure right here. It's one pill. So when you go to the pharmaceutical and you're sick, and they offer you a cure for something, then they can't make money that way. You take one pill and you're cured. No, that's not how they're gonna do it. What they're gonna do is this. They're not gonna offer you a cure. They're gonna offer you a treatment. The way that companies in the pharmaceutical industry makes money is by offering you a treatment. So they give you multiple pills. So when it comes to code approaching, there's multiple ways that you can code approach. It's very ambiguous. There's not one set way to approach a woman. So you're constantly gonna have guys that saying, "Well, I have the best way to approach a girl." No, I have the best way to approach a girl. Nah, man. You seen them, man. You seen the rest, but now I see the best. I got the best one. So there's and it goes on and on and on because people are constantly gonna bombard you with products because that's how you make money. It's always the next product, the next product, the next product, the workshop, the boot camp. It's always something, and they stack it on you, and you're never gonna have something that's gonna cure you, right, of your disease. They don't want to cure. And it's not even the disease. They don't want to cure you. It doesn't work like that. It's a business. So they have to keep constantly give you different products to make you say, well, yeah, you didn't know this, that's why you keep. And here's what happened. It comes to the point that you're reading all this stuff and learning all this stuff that you even forget how to socialize with people because you're going out there, right? And you're talking to people, but they're not even people no more. You can't even connect with them. You don't even get lost in the moment of actually having a real conversation, connecting with somebody because you're too worried about how you're gonna sound and trying to do the next routine or thing that you learn from the product. So, again, not bashing the communities, but I think that we really lost our way. But the truth is that the freedom that you really want is you want freedom of expression. It's not that you want to learn pickup. People don't want to learn pickup. What people want is freedom of expression. So you want to learn how to express yourself, and when people get these products because you feel like through these products you can achieve that, but you never will. It really all depends on you. So in conclusion, I want to say that again, take everything that I said, take the information that I said, come to your own conclusions of what you think is right for you. Again, code approach is not the be all do all. There's other alternatives and other ways to meet people. It's not all about women, but also you want to do things that actually benefit you and actually help you grow as a person. The foundation of you growing as a person doesn't depend on other guys' validations or women's validation. It really depends on you acquiring new skills and putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. That's how you grow. All right, and then with that, I'm signing off. All right, guys, later.